Hello everyone, this is Group 4. My name is Shi. I'm here with my friend Sheila and Shashik. Today we're going to present house price at winter and summer. Before I get started, I'd like to show you guys a very short video from 2018 August regarding the house issue.
After several months of cooling house prices, it appears they're rebounding. According to the Canadian Real Estate Association, the average price of a Canadian home hit $481,500 last month. That's up 1% over last year. Prices had fallen ever since the government implemented new mortgage stress test rules, but they're still astonishingly high compared to a few decades ago. According to one study, the average home price in 1976, adjusted to today's dollars, would only be $210,000. That's why many millennials say buying a home these days is just not an option.
Unfortunately, go back to 1976 is not an option either. The purpose of our research is to provide references for home buyers to invest their money at the best time. And our problem statement is, should investors and home buyers adjust their investment strategy according to the season? Here is our table of content. I will start with the introduction, background of our research, and my friend Shashib, he's going to talk about some deep findings, predictive analysis, competitive analysis, and my friend Sheila, she's going to talk about cost-benefit analysis, followed by conclusions and recommendations. House price is a dependent variable that could be quite different based on the geographies. That's why we decided to focus our research on GTA and Toronto CMA areas, since they are one of the most popular and active real estate markets. Toronto CMA areas is marked yellow in this map, and all territories shown on this map is GTA area. The data used in our research is obtained from Statistics Canada, Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, and Bank of Canada. What we got here is the chart of average price for all four different types of properties. The line on the very top is the average price for detached house, and then followed by the yellow line, which is the average price for semi-detached house. The red line in the middle is the average price for townhouse, and this one, green line in the very bottom, is the average price for a condo and apartment. There are at least two things we can tell. First, there are similar changing patterns among different types of properties. Or overall, they all show an increase of average price over the past 5 years, from 2015 to 2019. However, some properties' average price is more easily influenced. For example, the average price for detached house and condo were rising at the beginning of 2017. However, at April, non-resident speculation tax is released by the government of Ontario. As a result, the average price of detached house took a huge impact. And although the average price for condo took the same impact as well, it recovered quickly from this impact. This could be important to investors who want a more secure investment, and it also is important to our research. Because it suggests that detached houses price is easier to observe as a dependent variable regarding the influences of independent variables. Please be noted, our team is aware COVID-19 has a huge impact on Toronto's real estate market, but we believe that would be total another field of research, and hence, the impact of COVID-19 is excluded from our research. And my friend Shashib is going to talk about some deep findings in our research.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to talk about findings like my friend C just mentioned. So in our project, there are so many factors that are going to affect housing prices. Some are expected factors, some are unexpected factors. So some factors that we have taken into consideration for house prices are population, inflation rate, and unemployment rate. And some are unexpected factors like bank policies, government policies, natural calamities, and COVID-19, as we all know, which we are not going to cover in this presentation. So next part is going to be some charts, which I have created in Power BI. I'm going to take you over there. And afterwards, I have some predictive analysis for you guys. And then lastly, I have comparative analysis between Montreal, Vancouver, and Toronto area. So let me take you to my Power BI quickly. So it is going to be, first of all, I have unemployment rate and population chart. So as you can see, the unemployment rate has declined substantially, and population has increased quite a bit in last 5 years, from 2014 to 2019. This is the quick comparison. Like, population has increased 10.5%, but unemployment rate has minus 27%. Why we have taken unemployment rate? Because if we are employed, doesn't mean that you can afford a house, but if you are unemployed, you definitely cannot afford a house. And then here I have detached, semi-detached, and townhouse prices. So as you all can see that the prices have gone very high recently, which is why we're going to compare it if summer or winter is going to be affected by this prices or not. Let me show you a quick comparison for last 3 years, let's say. So in 2017, as you can see that quarter 1 and 4, which is winter, and 2 and 3, which is summer. So October to March is going to be winter, and April to September it's going to be summer. So as you can see that January, July, August, and December has almost similar rates. So 2 months from winter, 2 months from summer, so we cannot say 100% that this is low or this is high. Seasonal, basically. 2018 shows similar results. January, July, August, you can say comparatively low, and December again, same thing. But in 2019, as you can see that December has also high rate. So, but January in winter and July, August in summer have, compared to other months, lower rates. That's all I can say from these findings. I'm going to take you to my predictive model now. So here I have categorized my houses in detached, townhouse, and semi-detached. And I have factored into the average price. This is what I got. In 2017, as you all can see, it's quite a high graph. So like my friend Z mentioned, in 2017 April, government introduced a new policy, which is why the prices went skyrocketing. So this kind of unexpected factors that we cannot control, which is why this industry is very unpredictable. But I have tried my best to predict the prices. These are detached, semi-detached, and townhouse prices comparison. I think Rick can look at the codes afterwards. So I have predicted for 3 years, which we have already data to see how accurate we are. And then I've predicted for next 5 years for detached houses only. So this is the data we got from 2017 to 2019 from Toronto board. And then this is what we predicted. So it is like, it's going to be high for sure, but it's not as accurate as it should be, because like I said, this industry is very unpredictable, but we just cover what we can. And here, this is next 5 years. One thing I can tell you for sure, that the prices are going to be high. We cannot say in summer, winter, but it's going to be high. And lastly, I have a comparative analysis for Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. So from this graphic, you all can see that the blue, which is Toronto, is lower than Montreal and Vancouver in all 5 years, except the 2017, which is exceptional because of that policy, I guess. So in only this 2017, Toronto was higher than Montreal. Everywhere else, Montreal and Vancouver are higher than Toronto. So Toronto is definitely a better place to invest or buy a house in, other than Montreal and Vancouver. But as I can say, I cannot say clearly that you should buy it in winter or summer from this data. And that should conclude my topic. You'll see next from Sheila. Thank you.
Thank you, Shashi. Hi, everyone. My name is Sheila. I'm going to show you the rest of our presentation. We looked at 4 areas for the cost-benefit analysis. The first one is house availability. So by looking at the chart below, we can tell from April to June, there are the most number of new listings available, which means buyers will have more options to look at. There's also a peak in September, and January and December have the least number of listings, of course. The second one is time of sales, which is measured by average days on market. So the 2 charts here shows sales is pretty much very quick in from March to June, with April the quickest sale month. January and December, the sales is slow as the houses are list longer on the market. For the bargaining power, we look at the average sales price versus listed price. You can tell from February to June, buyers have more competitions with each other, and the prices are higher than the listed price. For January and December, of course, they are the lowest sales price versus listed price. But we also notice in summer and the fall, July and August, there are big negotiation room with sellers too, as the price here is lower than the listed price as well. Other factors include purchasing houses in winter actually give chance for buyers to see how the house will stand the cold weather. There is also a bit more flexibility to hire movers. The processing time for loan or mortgage may be quicker than busier real estate market time. So it's in winter, it might get closed faster. A little summary here. So December and January have lower price, but also less options and slow sales. May and April has more options, quick sales, but high price. So for conclusion, is there an absolute low price in winter? By looking at this chart, the answer is no, because besides January, July and August also have a slightly lower price than other months. Is there a lower purchase price versus list price in winter? The answer is yes and no. As mentioned in the previous slides, there is also bargaining a negotiation room with sellers in summer and fall. So the conclusion is there is a seasonal pattern in house price. Investors need to apply the seasonal factor based on their needs and concerns when shopping for houses. So our recommendations are house price is increasing from time to time. So for investment, early purchase will bring greater asset value growth in short time in big city like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. Actually, Toronto has a great advantage as the price is not as high as Vancouver's. And also there is a lot of potential to grow. So for buyers who are looking for a perfect house, then probably it's better to look in spring as there are more new listings. For buyers who would like to gain more bargaining power over the price, then probably it's better to look in December and January, even though it takes longer to get a deal and less chance to get a perfect house. So these are the list of data we have used in our project. I would also like to show the code I used for the chart in my session. So in the beginning, to clean the data and the group, the coded for view charts that use the PowerPoint. So this actually ends our presentation. For any questions, we will answer in class.